Have you ever noticed how your life seems to speed up the more you try to control it? The more you strive for something, the more elusive it becomes. This is the paradox of life. The harder we chase, the further we seem from our goals. It is almost as if there is an invisible force that resists our every attempt to control the outcome. And in the midst of this endless chase, the one thing we often overlook is calmness, the very essence of Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king of Rome, offers profound advice when he writes, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This statement seems deceptively simple, but it carries with it a world of wisdom. What Marcus is telling us is that the life we experience is shaped by the thoughts we entertain. If we allow our minds to be filled with anxiety, stress, and worry, we experience life through the lens of chaos. But if we choose to cultivate calmness, we allow ourselves to see the world clearly and to act with wisdom. The Stoics believed that peace of mind is not a luxury, it is essential for navigating life. Epictetus, one of the core Stoic philosophers, states, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This response, the way we react to life's challenges, is what shapes our reality. The Stoics taught us to respond with tranquility, to keep our minds calm even in the midst of turmoil. When you embrace calmness, you gain control over your internal world, which in turn allows you to navigate the external world more effectively. Imagine living in a constant state of calm, where your thoughts are clear, your reactions measured, and your emotions balanced. In this state, the world doesn't seem to push against you. Instead, you move through life with clarity and purpose. This is the power of calmness, a power that Stoic philosophy invites you to cultivate. To manifest everything you desire, you must first let go of the frantic chase. Manifestation doesn't happen through constant striving. It happens when you allow the universe to unfold in its own time. When you stop grasping at the air and simply breathe, you allow the desires of your heart to find their way to you. Calmness is not an absence of action. It is the quality that makes your actions purposeful and aligned with your deeper self. Are you ready to let go of the anxiety that holds you back? Are you willing to find peace amidst the chaos? This is where your journey of manifestation begins, in the stillness of the mind. One of the greatest struggles we face as human beings is the need to control everything around us. We often feel that if we don't control the outcomes, we won't get what we desire. Yet, the Stoic philosophers, particularly Seneca, teach us a very different perspective. Seneca writes, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This quote is a profound insight into the human condition. Most of the suffering we experience isn't caused by external circumstances, but by the way we think about them. We create stories in our minds about what will happen, and these stories often cause us more pain than the actual events themselves. 2. Stoics understood that we cannot control everything in life. In fact, the more we try to control things outside of our control, the more stress and frustration we invite into our lives. Instead of clinging to the illusion of control, Stoicism teaches us the power of letting go. When you let go, you release the mental clutter that prevents you from seeing clearly. You stop trying to force things into being and instead trust that the universe will unfold as it should. Consider this. When you let go of your need to control outcomes, you free yourself from the anxiety that accompanies them. You begin to live in alignment with what is. This is where true power lies, not in manipulation, but in surrender. When you stop forcing your desires to manifest on your timeline, you allow them to manifest in the right time. Trusting the process is essential to the Stoic way of life. This doesn't mean passivity or indifference. It means acceptance of what is and taking responsible action where you can. But it also means acknowledging that there are things beyond your control, things that will unfold regardless of your will. By letting go of the need to control everything, you open the door to deeper peace and clarity. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? What desires, fears, or attachments are you clinging to? The Stoics ask us to examine our lives and let go of what isn't serving our growth. Letting go is not about giving up. It's about making room for what truly matters. We live in a world where distractions are constant and demands never cease. We're told to keep moving forward, to achieve more, to plan ahead, and to think about the next step even while we're still in the midst of the current one. Yet, Stoic philosophy teaches us something different. The present moment is where life happens. The past is gone and the future is yet to come, but the present is always with us. It's the only moment where we can take action, make choices, and truly live. Epictetus reminds us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. The Stoics didn't just talk about living in the present moment, they practiced it. They didn't just preach philosophy, they embodied it in their daily lives. What this means for us is that we cannot just theorize about being present, we must practice it. Living fully in the present moment is where we unlock our greatest potential. Why do we often neglect the present? Why do we worry about the future or dwell on the past? Perhaps it's because we've been conditioned to believe that life is about achieving something in the future. But the Stoics understood that true fulfillment comes not from the future but from how we engage with the present. Manifestation is not about waiting for something to happen. It's about fully engaging with the present moment. It's about making the most of today, taking intentional actions and focusing on what is within your control. When you live in the present, you align your thoughts and actions with your desires, and this alignment creates the space for manifestation to occur. So, the next time you find your mind racing ahead to the future, gently bring it back to the present. Notice the sensations of your body, the rhythm of your breath, and the thoughts that arise. The more you can practice presence, the more you can create the conditions for your desires to manifest. Patience is often seen as a virtue, but it is also one of the most difficult qualities to practice, especially in a world that values instant gratification. We are taught to expect quick results, to demand things happen on our timeline, and to push harder when things don't go according to plan. Yet the Stoics remind us that patience is not just a passive waiting game. It is an active force that propels us forward in a way that is sustainable and aligned with our true selves. Marcus Aurelius beautifully encapsulates this idea when he says, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This Stoic principle teaches us that obstacles are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. When we face challenges, we don't retreat. We rise to meet them, knowing that they are part of the process. Manifestation is not a race, it's a journey. And patience is the key to navigating that journey with grace. When we exercise patience, we trust that the universe is unfolding as it should. We let go of the need for immediate gratification and allow things to unfold in their own time. This doesn't mean we sit idly by doing nothing. It means we continue to take action, but we do so without anxiety or impatience. Think about it. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You water it, nourish it, and trust that in time it will sprout. The same is true for your desires. You must plant the seeds of your intentions, nurture them with disciplined action, and trust that they will grow at the right time. One of the most transformative aspects of Stoic philosophy is the ability to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. We live in a culture that often frames challenges as things to avoid, things that should be feared. But the Stoics didn't see challenges this way. They understood that it is through difficulty that we grow stronger and wiser. Seneca famously said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Just as physical strength is developed through exercise, mental and emotional strength is developed through facing challenges. Every hardship, every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity to sharpen your resilience and deepen your wisdom. Rather than avoiding challenges, the Stoics embraced them. They saw obstacles as necessary parts of life's journey. By doing so, they grew stronger with each challenge they faced. Manifestation is not about a life free of struggle. It's about learning to navigate those struggles with grace, using them as stepping stones toward your desires. When life presents challenges, instead of viewing them as setbacks, ask yourself, What can I learn from this? By shifting your perspective, you not only navigate challenges more effectively, but also align yourself with the natural flow of life, where every experience, good or bad, serves your growth. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most profound practices you can cultivate. It's easy to fall into the trap of focusing on what you lack, on what you don't have. Society tells us that we need more things, more success, more recognition. But Stoic philosophy offers us a different perspective. True abundance lies in appreciating what we already have. Epictetus tells us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This is the heart of Stoic gratitude. Gratitude isn't about accumulating more, it's about realizing that we are already abundant. The more we focus on what we already have, the more we create the space for more to come. When you express gratitude, you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. You stop chasing after what you don't have and begin to appreciate what is already in your life. This simple shift can radically transform your reality and open the door to the manifestation of your desires. Take a moment today to reflect on what you're grateful for. When you practice gratitude, you align yourself with abundance, making it easier for the things you desire to flow into your life. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's the steady, consistent effort that brings your desires to life. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This is the essence of Stoic discipline. It's not about controlling external circumstances. It's about mastering your inner world. Discipline allows you to focus on what matters, to direct your energy toward your goals, without being distracted by the fleeting desires of the moment. It's the daily commitment to living in alignment with your values, regardless of external circumstances. When you practice discipline, you take consistent action toward your desires, knowing that manifestation is a result of sustained effort over time. Manifestation is not a destination. It is a process that requires patience, discipline, gratitude, and a deep understanding of the present moment. The Stoics understood that true success is not measured by external achievements, but by the cultivation of inner peace and wisdom. As you walk the Stoic path, you will find that your desires are not something you chase after, but something that naturally aligns with who you are. As Epictetus wisely said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This is the core of manifestation, aligning your thoughts, actions, and intentions with your deepest desires. When you do this, you will find that what you desire is already within your reach.